SHOT Show 2019. Again, we're at the ATI booth. Let me get this right, 16538. A lot of you guys have passed by here. I appreciate you guys passing by. I do still have some patches and some decals for you guys. If you come by here, pick your Legally Owned America stuff up. Check out the ATI stuff behind us. Huge booth, a lot of cool stuff. We really appreciate them setting the stage up for us. It's been a big help for us, and I enjoy meeting you guys. Thanks for those of you that have come by here. Again, tag us in your post at the hashtag legallyownedamerica.com. We'll take those posts and we'll reshare them. I'm here with Phil with IO Enter Ordnance. Guys, you're familiar with their guns. They've been out here for a little while. They have some neat stuff that they're doing now, some cool packaging things. And Phil, take me into what you guys are offering right now that some of the people out here are probably not going to believe the price they can get these things for.
Well, first off, thanks a lot, Paul, for having me.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Big fan.
Thank you.
What we're doing is we're an entry-level AR system, and what we're offering the end user at this time is a package deal with not just an AR-15 with your rail system, MFT magazine, MFT furniture, and also a Drago Gear rifle bag to go with the whole package at a $629 MSRP. You can't beat the deal. It gives you 3 MFT magazines to go with it as well. Lifetime warranty on all the products.
Now this is the brand new. Is this the new MFT magazine?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, because we had actually looked at these things back in December. Brand new magazine. If you notice, they have the lip right here, and why hasn't somebody done that in the past? I don't know.
Exactly.
But that's cool that you're shipping with the new magazine too.
Yes, we're really impressed with their magazines, and especially now that they've recomposited their material. It can take any torture test, it can battle through anything. We're really happy with it, and it's just like our gun. This gun is built to be beaten down. It's built to be left in the trunk of the car and be picked up and ready to go at any time. There's nothing unique or special about it. It is your plain Jane AR-15, but at a cost that's reasonable to the end user, and he's not breaking the bank to do it.
No, I mean, I agree. I think that the extras that this thing comes with, the key mod, handguard, I mean, again, the 3 magazines. The 3 magazines alone, I mean, what's that going to be, about a $45 value?
It's about $50 value right there.
So, I mean, you've got that thrown right on top of it.
Right, on top of that, with the rifle bag itself, it's another $100 on it. I mean, you're saving yourself about $200 MSRP.
Okay, nice. Yeah, and this seems to be kind of, I guess, popular right now, the full-length rail. That's kind of cool, too. I mean, they easily could have cut costs and put the shorter rail on it.
Exactly.
I like that full-length rail like
exactly.
that. Very robust. I mean, it's a robust-feeling rifle. We're actually going to get our hands on a couple of these things and beat them up and see how far they can actually last. I'm excited to do that. I guess we ought to hurry up and do that while the price is still low on these things.
Exactly. Yeah, sourcing and building is getting more expensive every day,
That's
but we're
exactly
challenged with that opportunity, and we're also looking at the fact that we know people are on budgets and we know money is tight in some places. There's no reason you have to spend every dollar that you have just to be a part of the same team as everybody else.
I agree.
It's in the AR-15 community and tactical community.
All right, this is a cool item. Looking forward to getting our hands on this. We got some other stuff to look at real quick.
We're now importing weapons from Turkey. This is our bullpup shotgun, 12 gauge AK style setup.
Okay.
This is one of my favorites. It has a little bit of a weight to it, but at the same time that helps with muzzle lift and recoil reduction.
I got you.
We have an adjustable cheek piece on the weapon itself. It comes with an 8-round mag, a 10-round mag, and a 5-round mag.
Okay.
Has a removable carry top handle, which then leaves you with a rail so you can put optics on it or up at different sights.
And you've got rails on the side here too,
Yes,
on both sides, left and right
exactly.
side.
Meant for your laser and your light.
And you've got a 45 on the front too, right? Does this
Yes,
come standard on it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where can somebody find something like this? I mean, obviously, this is the first time I put my hands on one. Where are they going to find this?
Right, they're soon to be coming into stores as of March for Gander Mountain, and as well as your local gun stores in your area.
Okay.
Being picked up by every major distributor, so
oh, nice.
we imagine everybody should have it.
Now, this is cool. This is the kind of stuff that, if you notice, everybody seems to be working towards the box-fed shotguns right now. That's a hot thing right now. I mean, you've even got the guys, the Remingtons out there that probably never thought they would do it, and they noticed quietly. And this isn't a dig at Remington. I'm just being honest here. All of a sudden, Remington starts doing it.
And everybody jumps on board.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, you're seeing a lot of this box-fed stuff. The magazine itself, it looks like it's proprietary, specific to this gun?
It is actually the same magazine that's used in the Saiga version, and we also now make a copy of the Saiga version.
Oh, do you really? Okay,
yes,
very nice.
Absolutely.
Good to know.
What we wanted to do is make the magazine universal for all of our shotguns.
Okay.
All together.
I like it.
Yeah. On top of that is that the price point on this gun, there are other replications of this weapon out there. Our price point is the lowest on the market. We're still giving you the best quality out there.
What's the price point on this thing?
This has a retail of $769.
Oh, nice.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. Oh, they're larger magazines too, just because I know that's
Yes,
going to be asked.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. You get a 5-round mag, an 8-round mag, and you get a 10-round mag.
Okay, yeah, that's going to be
The
big.
one thing that I think is being picked up, reason why, is law enforcement now and military like the magazine system because they can put less lethal rounds in one magazine, have live rounds in another magazine.
Okay.
For breaching, they can have the door lock.
Oh, nice.
Rounds, excuse me.
Okay.
And then it allows you to adapt quickly to the environment and the situation that you're in.
Okay. Next gun, you got PCC.
Absolutely. I'm going to have you meet our new shooters champ, ladies
Okay.
champ,
Let's make a change
Jessica
here.
Hook.
Let's upgrade the camera screen here. Guys, I'm here with Jessica. She is affiliated with these guys at IO. She's actually going to be shooting their PCCs in USPSA and 3-gun, correct?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, and I know you're not shooting these guns for very long, so we're going to get into that a little bit. You know, we'll get to see you using these, so just give us some background about yourself.
So Interordnance is a brand new sponsor of mine, and I've been shooting PCC in USPSA matches. And the thing is, what I liked was that the price point on the IO entry-level rifles and PCC is something that I could afford to get into. If I wasn't fortunate enough to have the sponsors that I have, I couldn't have the guns that I use.
Right, right.
So this is for me when I first got started in shooting. If I had this price point, then I could have immediately started competing that day. Because
Okay.
I can afford, you know, the entry-level prices that these are running at.
So, are you any good? Just tell them what you've done, what you've accomplished so far.
I'm a ladies champion in PCC. When I was a Georgia resident, I was the Georgia State ladies champion. I just spent a week in Florida shooting the Florida State Championship and the Miami Open. I was first place lady in PCC division there.
Okay. So you're good. Yeah, she's good.
I've been totally addicted to this platform for the past year.
Okay.
It's hard to beat. This one is a pistol. I use a carbine length PCC in my competition shooting, but the pistol, if you're shooting an outlaw match, there's no restrictions on what you can use or not use. As long as it's pistol caliber carbine like this is, you can use it to shoot. It's because the barrel is shorter, the whole gun is a little bit lighter. You can drive it faster. That's what you want to do. You want to be able to run and gun.
Absolutely.
And so this is just extra fun. It's just as effective, just as reliable, but it's a little lighter in weight. And so for someone like me, like a woman, maybe that's a selling point to go with the shorter length barrel, the smaller weapon size, lighter weight buttstock. Well, this is a brace. It's not a buttstock.
Right. That's a blade. You got to get that right. Well, definitely the PCC, when USPSA opened up those doors, that made these things really not just popular, but obviously made it more of a draw. Because personally, the reason why I shoot limited division USPSA, the only reason why I did it was to compete, because it gives me something to compete at, because I can't shoot basketball or anything else anymore without my knees blowing out. So it gave me an opportunity to still do something because I have a competitive feel to me. But at the same time, I felt like USPSA was one of those things that readied you. It gives you a high stress scenario that's probably the closest you'll ever come if you ever have to defend yourself. And I feel like it made me way more proficient at accessing my gun if I needed it, at shooting at targets that were in different distances and all that. So the PCC world, to me, that does the same thing. It allows people to be proficient with an AR-15 platform, but they may not have gotten ever that kind of experience with a high stress. When that buzzer goes off, it's a level of stress that you're not going to experience shooting at static targets on the range. So I assume you've probably that's probably made you a lot more proficient in how you operate.
Okay, I'm going to tell you the truth, which is that it's a lot easier as a new shooter to get into the pistol caliber carbine, the PCC division, and become excellent at it than it is to become excellent at pistol. Pistol is very hard, small motor skills, there's a whole lot of sight picture, grip, stance, everything matters, everything has to be perfect, you have to work on it over and over, and it's just way more fun to get into PCC. It's gross motor skill, you can drive it, you've got an optic, you don't have to line up the iron sights, you've got an optic, and so it's almost like the gateway drug to more complicated things like pistol.
Right.
You start somebody with PCC and they are hooked.
Right. Well, and speaking of the PCC, with I'm assuming a 9mm is what you're going to be shooting with. That's definitely a more controllable round. I mean, you're going to go out there with obviously you can't shoot a .223, but the recoil on that makes trying to get proficient with a long gun a little bit harder to do. You can do it with a cheaper round, with a 9mm, but also a more controllable round. I guess as a female, I mean, with your average build, you're not going to be getting hammered by this massive recoil. So I'm sure you have a lot more control over something like this.
So PCC is the fastest growing division, I think, in competition shooting right now. And the women who are doing, I was just talking to Deb Fern, who's with the Babes with Bullets training camps, and she was talking, so they normally do 3-gun training, and so they started to get all these requests, women want to do PCC.
Okay.
And so now they have to figure out, okay, because they would provide 3 guns, so the women would just show up with nothing and they would provide the guns that they could train with.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Just trying to make it as easy as possible to enter. And now they have requests like all over the place in every state to please offer PCC at your classes.
Really?
And so I just think it's the easiest thing. There are so many things in competition you have to be wary of, all the rules and all, and especially, you know, in 3-gun, the 3 different platforms, you have to know the intricacies of 3 different guns. It's way overwhelming. PCC, 1 gun, and it's manageable, and it's just so easy to learn on. And I'm not saying that it's the end of the road, because I think you can progress into other things. I feel like if you master your skills with PCC, that applies to rifle shooting. So, I mean, you can start with this, it's cheaper, and then you can apply that to your rifle shooting in 3-gun. And then there's also UML rules. Now, there's USPSA 3-gun, and then there's UML 3-gun.
Okay.
And so in UML, they have a 2x4 division, and this is the most incredible thing. You can choose any 2 guns out of 4 guns. So you bring your pistol, rifle, shotgun, and PCC. And so you could shoot your pistol in PCC, or you could shoot your rifle in PCC. And so this is also a way to get into 3-gun, multi-gun, but have a little bit more priority to what you want to shoot. A lot of times in 3-gun, people are like, I don't want to load the shotgun. I don't want, that's too much mode, like learning to quad load, load 2. Like that in itself prohibits people from getting to 3-gun. But with UML multi-gun, you can do the 2x4 division, and you can choose to do PCC and rifle, or PCC and handgun, and you can technically bypass the shotgun if you want to.
Well, that probably also aids in allowing people from a cost standpoint to not have to go all in with a 3-gun when just 3 guns.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just choose the 2 that are the most, I guess, you know, efficient for you from a cost standpoint. Maybe ammo-wise, you just. I mean, I could see somebody choosing the 9mm handgun and a 9mm PCC.
I was going to say, you've already got the 9mm ammo. You've got stockpiles, I'm sure.
Yeah, right.
So you can use it across both platforms.
Yeah,
and so it just makes it so easy. I mean, there's no reason not to give this a try, especially
From a non-professional shooter standpoint, what do you look for in a gun, just out of curiosity? When you're looking for a new PC, what do you say, I want that because of this? What are you looking for?
The weight of it, for a woman, that really matters to me. Some things you will never really know until you shoot it for yourself. Like the recoil impulse, how it feels on your shoulder, how much it like moves you. Like my boyfriend might weigh like 200 pounds and I'm like 120 or something. So what he thinks is good is not what I'm going to think is good.
That's right.
So, or you know, we'll have our own preferences. So for me, the weight is really important. That might be one of the determining factors. Like if it's too heavy, I won't even bother. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what else? Cost. For me, if I was me 6 years ago, I've been competing for about 6 years. So if I was me 6 years ago, and I was doing this all on my own dime, just like everybody else who gets started, the price. I mean,
absolutely.
I'm like, can I afford to maintain it? Okay, so there's the price of buying the gun and the price of maintaining it. I'm like, okay, am I going to upgrade the trigger? Can I afford, like, with an entry level price, you can afford to do anything you want to it to bring it up to the competition ready gun.
That's right.
So price, weight, functionality. Obviously, these are reliable. I mean, they're I haven't had any issues, and I haven't had it that long, but I've been competing. I abuse my guns. I haven't had any issues so far. I use the IO rifle at the Fort Benning multi-gun match, which is a crazy, it's one of these athletic, doing all kinds of physical things, and you're dumping your guns in barrels, and your beautiful competition guns are just going straight into the dirt or whatever is happening. And I have no issues so far. So reliability is there.
Right.
What people are concerned that, if the cost is low, then that means it's going to break, it's only going to last a couple hundred, however many hundred rounds. But these are built to last.
That's good. I mean, that's a fair comparison. People make that jump often, so people, I get it. If somebody wants to follow you in your career, what you're doing, I assume you have some social media. How do they get in touch with you and follow you?
So my tag is at jhookshot.
jhookshot?
One word, yep.
Okay, we'll post
So
that
Instagram,
out there.
Facebook, jhookshot. On
Okay.
YouTube, it's Jessica Hook.
Okay, sounds good. Well, we appreciate you coming out here. Friends with Phil, of course, with IO. I want to get the website right. It's ioinc.us. That's ioinc.us. Go check out their full line of products. I'm assuming that, you know, at some point we'll post some tags so you can follow Jessica as well. And Jessica, thanks for coming out and I appreciate you joining us.
Absolutely.